Dylan, it's time for part 2 of that big PlayStation collection we picked up yesterday. We're going to continue off with a really cool one I've never seen before. Adventures of Lomax. Pretty cool. Looks neat. Pretty cool. It kind of looks like a nice little side scroller there. Very cool. And the next one we have, I guess that's Brigandine. Dude. And of course, good old Atlas. Can never go wrong with Atlas. Very neat little RPG there. Very cool. And next one, Saga Frontier 2. Very cool. Awesome. Good old Square. And Breath of Fire 3. Great game if you haven't played it. Great series. Played the heck out of the Game Boy Advance ones. Those were cool. Capcom SNK Pro. Awesome. That one's very cool. Great fighting game there. And Bushido Blade, another good one. Good old Square. Had this one before. This one's a cool game. That was pretty much when they were starting to get the whole 3D thing going. Nice. X-Men Children of the Atom. Awesome arcade game. Awesome one. Good old X-Men. And let's see, we got, of course, good old Silent Hill. This one went crazy the past year. This one used to be like a $50, $60, $70 game. Went all the way up to like $300. Now it's floating down to about 130 to 150 range. Great series though. If you haven't played it, highly recommend. The movie's not bad either. And we got Star Ocean, the first one, even though it says the second story. Unless there was another one. But knowing Enix, that's their weird ways. This one's really hard to come by. Tales of Destiny 2. I'm guessing it probably came out late in the series. Right before the PS2 pretty much was doing its thing. And Thunder Force 5, another great working designs title. I love their covers. How foily they are. That's really cool. Very cool stuff by Working Designs. And another one, Alundra. One thing I noticed in the collection, the second one wasn't in here. Maybe he sold it off a while back. That's pretty cool. Love the Working Design stuff. One of those bigger ones. And, cool, Vanguard Bandits, another Working Designs. Haven't played this one yet. Very cool. Definitely a nice RPG style game. I think almost all their games are either RPG or they have a couple shmups and stuff. Threads of Fate, another great game. If you haven't played it yet, definitely recommend it. Awesome game. And let's see, next one we have Ogre Battle, nice. Limited edition. Say episode March of the Black Queen. Cool. Oh, it's got a whole bunch of different ones on it. Good old Atlas. Yeah, remember that came out with N64. Cartia, Word of Fate, another good old Atlas RPG. Sim. This I'm actually tempted to try because this is similar to I guess kind of like Final Fantasy meets SimCity. I guess I could be wrong. Haven't played it yet. And I did actually find one of these once at a thrift store. About two or 3 years ago. Actually just happened to be sitting in the CDs. I'm like, Tales of Destiny 1. There we go. Namco. Getting their hands into the RPG there. And Mega Man Legends 2. No 1 or Tron Bond, which I found was kind of interesting. But the second one was in there. And there's a bunch. I think he was a big Mega Man fan too. Because there's a ton of Mega Mans in here. Street Fighter Alpha. Nice. The original one of the Street Fighter Alphas. And another Working Designs. This one's awesome. I love this. I think this one has like 6 or 7 different covers. I know there's like a blue one. Blue letters. There's a red letters. Green letters. Very cool. And of course it's a Gun Con. You could either use the Gun Con or I actually played this. This one was really cool. Definitely a different design, it felt like. You got a nice cover. Nice metallic. I think I've had this like the third Elemental Gearbolt I've ever had. And everyone's been a different color of the font. Wu-Tang, Shaolin style. Had this one before. Cool fighting type of hack and slash type of game. And Street Fighter Plus Alpha. Very cool. Very cool. Street Fighter EX Plus. I think they could just keep adding more to it. By the time they're done, it's going to have like 20 different words. Street Fighter, nice. EX2 Plus, awesome. Kind of an interesting cover. Almost looks like it's just like a plain orange with the Street Fighter bursting out. not the usual Street Fighter we're used to with the red, the orange, and the blue. Alpha 2, very cool. I think this is one of the earlier PlayStation ones, because you can tell right away because they didn't have that points in the corner. A lot of them, yeah, these are the earlier ones. Yep, see how I got the Capcom Edge points? A lot of earlier ones don't have that. Here's another one, Alpha 3, nice. So we got Alpha 1, Alpha 2, and Alpha 3. I think this was the last one for the PlayStation. Nice. Sadly, a couple of them had the points cut out, I noticed when I was going through them. Pocket Fighter, nice. Had to make sure, yeah, see, this is one of them, sadly. Somebody cut the points out, sadly, but it's not really a super expensive one, so I'll just adjust it and stuff. And even cut out the proof of purchase. So this one's probably just a little better than a loose copy. Ah, there we go. Ray Crisis. Neat title. That's a really neat one. Got the whole shoot 'em up RPG-ish weird feel to it. Suikoden 2. There's a big one. It's probably one of the hardest to come by. I don't know why. I mean, it's a great game. For some reason, this one and the fifth one are like super duper hard to find. Very rarely ever see them. Man, Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, nice. I played Puzzle Fighter. That one's a very interesting one. Interesting take on the genres. Tactics Ogre, nice. An Ogre Battle series, very cool. Good old Alice, another RPG sim. Very nice game there. Great series. Raystorm, nice. Another one of those wonderful working designs, metallic covers. They really outdid themselves. Quality of the games were great. The packaging was great. Vagrant Story. Played this one back in the day. They're a great one. This is only one of 2 games that was missing the manual. The rest all had the manuals. There we go. And of course, Resident Evil 2. Probably, in my opinion, the easiest of all the ones to beat. At least up to 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 is the best one though. At least because it's got that whole RPG feel to it. Yeah, definitely if you don't have this one, get it. It's the easiest ones I've noticed to beat. Final Fantasy Origins 1 and 2. We got that in the US, but we never got that one in the US. So if you're looking to play the second one, this is it. Or I think there's a PSP one, and there's also, I think, a DS one. Nice. Final Fantasy 9. Good game. Not the best in the series, but definitely a great game. And finally get to play this one, Einhander. This one's really cool. It's like a shooter and a role-playing game all together. But this one's very hard to find for some reason. But it's definitely well worth it. It's very, very fun one, I heard. So, Dragon Warrior 7. And this sadly was the other one that was missing the manual. This might be a little tough to get the manual for. But this one's really cool. Back before Square and Enix were together. It was just Enix and then Square and Squaresoft. And another great working designs. Cover, look at that, nice. Love that stuff. Good old Silhouette Mirage. And this was a great game. If you never played this one, highly recommended. I got about halfway through it and then got stumped and took a break and sadly haven't played it since. And that was like 1999, 98. Oh, this is a great series. Arcade Collection. That's a great series. You can pull this back wall. That one's got all of them on it. And it's got a whole bunch of other goodies on it. I was looking through it last night. I think it has like a making of and all that kind of stuff. Very cool series. Good old working designs doing their thing. It's a shame you don't really see anything from them anymore. Suikoden 1, the first one. Good old Konami when they actually made good games, not slot machines. Very cool series. And G. Darius, nice. Funny story, found one of these cases once in a freaking free bin, and we bought the game on eBay to complete it, and sadly my friend dropped it and broke the disc. It's like, oops. So we never picked up another one to complete it. Final Fantasy Tactics, another very fun. This one's a really fun game if you haven't played it. Nice addition to the Final Fantasy series. And of course, the game that, in my opinion, made the PlayStation what its popularity is today, Final Fantasy VII. Supposedly there was going to be an N64 version of this, but it never got past the prototype stage. It was just too much to put into a cart. Omega Boost, it probably really would have been shut down big time, or squashed down. Parasite Eve 2. For some reason this one's really rare, but it's not the best one in the series. This one's okay. It's a good game, but the first one is always the better one. And speaking of the first one, there it is. Right, good old Parasite Eve. If you haven't played this, highly recommend it. Awesome, awesome title. Very cool. And if you play the Christ we're building, good luck. Only finished that once. Strider 2. This one I thought was cool because it has the original Strider in it as well. So you get Strider 1 and Strider 2. This is really cool. Neat little thing they did there. Good old Capcom. Still one of the best game makers to this day. Oh, nice. Hoshigami. Another good old Atlas title. Very cool. Guessing that's like a, it's definitely an RPG, obviously. Guessing it's probably some kind of Asian style theme, like samurais and stuff like that. Haven't played it, so don't know. Final Fantasy Anthology. No, that's not sealed. Just the sticker was left on there. This one's cool because it's got 5 and 6. 6, of course, would be 4, and 5 we never got. That'll be 4 on 6. 6 was Final Fantasy 3 on the Super Nintendo, and there's Final Fantasy 2 on the Super Nintendo, of course, Final Fantasy 4, and one of my favorite Super Nintendo games is Chrono Trigger. Great game. Played it on this, played it on the Super, and played it on the DS. And each one was a little different, which I thought was cool. Grandia, nice. Another great series. Another second one. Second one came out for the Dreamcast, which is cool. Neat little company, Game Arts. Don't know much about what they became, if they went out or they became some other company. Must have if you play Castlevania Symphony of the Night. In my opinion, one of the best Castlevanias, bar none. That's an awesome one if you haven't played it. Okay, down to the nitty gritty here on the PS1. Strikers 1945. Very cool. Just a scarce shooter there. And Ridge Racer 4. That's a cool one. This one you don't see too often of all the Ridge Racers. Let's see. Then we have Final Fantasy VIII. I like this one. I know a lot of people are not a big fan of it, but I liked it. I liked them all. The one I didn't really care too much for once they got to like the MMORPG 11 and stuff. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Oh, the Dino Crisis demo in it. Great one. Definitely has to be cleaned up. This one's a little on the beat up side. And I played the hell out of this. Wild Arms. Played the crud out of that one back in the day. Great RPG. And never played the second one though. This one looks pretty cool. Love that design there. And let's see. Street Fighter. X-Men Street Fighter. This is a cool one. That one definitely has that whole arcade feel to it when you're playing it. I think that's one where you can switch up to like 4 characters or something. Chrono Cross, another great. The sequel to, or it's part of the Chrono Trigger family. And I think we got some X-Men, Mega Man X is coming up. 4, very cool. Not a bad title. I mean, it's no Mega Man X1 or Mega Man X3, but I got 5. That's a decent one. And 6. I think they're all here up to like 4 through 8. And let's do some PSP next. Bubble Bobble Evolution. Neat one. If you haven't played Bubble Bobble, that's definitely a great series. And let's see what we got here. Brave Story New Traveler. Cool. Seed Games. Presume that's definitely going to be an RPG, obviously. Never played it, never heard of it. Ease, the Arc of Nephidim. That one's a cool one. I've actually had the collector's edition of this one, which had like all that bonus stuff in it. Valkyrie Profile. Still got to get the original Valkyrie Profile for PS1. There's Valkyrie Profile 2 for the PS2, I believe. There we go. Final Fantasy 4. Whereas in the US for Super Nintendo, Final Fantasy 2. And it's even got the actor years That's pretty cool. It's like all the bonus. I know they did that for Game Boy Advance. Had that bonus moon level, which was really cool. Final Fantasy Tactics, War of the Lions, very cool one. Yeah, little mix there. Greatest hits inside of a regular black label. That's gonna happen. Dissidia 2, very cool. Good old NIS America. Or is that probably NIS. Alright, and next up is Wild Arms. Nice. Looks like XC did a bunch of games for the PSP. And the last of the great Ghosts and Goblins series, in my opinion, was the ultimate. That one's pretty cool. And they're all hard as heck. King of Fighters Collection, nice. The Arachi Saga. That's cool. King of Fighters 94 through 98. Very cool. Awesome. Great SNK series. Tekken, Dark Resurrection. Definitely a nice little standalone by itself. And let's see, we have Radiant Mythology, Tales of the World. Very cool. Awesome. And Deanne D'Arc. Very cool. Nice one. And let's see. Oh yeah, I got the art box full of PS2 I still got to do. Guilty Gear Judgment. Awesome. Good old Guilty Gear series. It's a neat series. And Valkyrie Chronicles 2. Very cool. I think I've had this one before. Haven't played it, but definitely looks RPG. Darkstalkers Chronicle. Great. Had one of these for PS1. In the long box. And Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII. Very neat. There we go. And Tactics Ogre. Nice. Let Us Cling Together. And nice. Street Fighter Alpha 3 Max. Awesome. I like how they did that for the PSP. They had their own versions of popular titles, Blazing Souls. Instead of just making, let's just remake it and make it in PSP style. No, they went and made their own game, which is really cool. Crimson Gem Saga, which of course is smart in their end, because now it makes people that have PlayStations want to get a PSP. Lunar, Silver Star Harmony, very cool. Another good old Xseed game. And, cool. Dragon Ears Aria, nice. Yeah, look at that, like a werewolf or something on there. That's pretty cool. And let's see, Dissidia, Final Fantasy. And I think the other one's here too, which should be, Dissidia 12, I guess. Or that's what I always called it. Yep, Duodecium. Oh, I get 12-sided die. Haha. Mana Kamiya, Student Alliance, very cool. Another good RPG. Blade Dancer, never seen that one before. Lineage of Light. And God's Eater Burst, very cool. I guess that's like a hack and slash type, no, RPG. Very cool. I really thought that would have been a hack and slash with that name. And again, I don't know much about that series. Star Ocean, Second Evolution, or Star Ocean 2, because there is the first one, First Departure. And I think the entire Star Ocean series is in here. And Metal Slug Anthology. Great series. So we can make a little room here. Run out of room, but I got a couple left. Then next video I'll finish off with PS2. Some very big bangers in that one. Metal Gear Acid. And then that'll be it for the whole 300 and something collection. Metal Gear powered up. Mega Man powered up. There's a couple of Mega Mans in here. There's the powered up one. And then there's Maverick Hunter. Mega Man X Maverick Hunter. Oh, I get it. Original Mega Man and, of course, the X series. Very cool. And hopefully you get a figure by Capcom. Yeah. Ys 1 and 2 Chronicles. Great game. 1 and 2. One of the little, what do you call it, ones? Where do you put all the different ones, all the original ones on there? Crazy Taxi, Fair Wars. This one I think was also for, I think this was there was one like that was the third one. That's similar to that for Xbox. Nice, and same exact one, just in the dual pack. That's funny. Ah, here we go. Jewel Summoner. Cool. Monster Kingdom. Atlas. Let me see. Is that it's definitely an RPG. Oh, okay. It's from the Shin Megami Tensei series. Very cool. Guess that makes sense. And Final Fantasy II. Of course, one that we didn't get in the States. Now you get to play it on your PSP if you have it. And E7. Very cool. Very neat little RPG series. And get down to the last stack here. We have Generation of Chaos. Very cool. Another one of that cool company's games. And Legend of Heroes. Tier of Vermilion. Actually had the second one of this. Good old Bandai. Let's see. It definitely has a little wear on the bottom. You can see there. That's fine. And let's got Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Very cool. Haven't played that one. I played almost all the original Kingdom Hearts. Classic Heroes 1. We saw we had the second one sealed. Good old Atlas. And we got Castlevania Dracula X Chronicles. This is awesome if you haven't played this one yet. This one's got Symphony of the Night, and it's got Rondo of Blood, one of the few ways to play it in the US. And last but not least for this video, we have Gradius Collection, which has it's got Gradius 1 through 5. That's cool. I remember that one for Super Nintendo. And of course, this one, Life Force. For those of you that's like, wait, what's this Life Force? Well, no, it's actually Gradius 2. And the code actually works on that one too for 30 lives. So we'll see you in the next one, and see you then for PS2. Probably PS2, I think, is the last. See you then.